Alrighty, off for a walk. I mean, this obviously isn't walking, but that's where I'm on my way to. Now, last time I went out for a walk, I mentioned that I was lost in a wood. Well, I wasn't lost in the woods. I was in a woods and I had no way of navigating, and I mentioned that personally, at least at the time, I was wholly reliant on my phone's sat-nav. And by the end of the walk, I think I had like 3% battery left on my phone. It was low. Fortunately, my bike does charge my phone, which is nice. So, I ended up being wholly reliant on something that had no battery, which, you know, granted, I was back at the bike by then. I was fine, and I was only low on battery because I was recording video. So I knew what I was doing. I wasn't at any risk. In that situation, I knew how to get out of where I was. But it did occur that if I were in a position where I didn't know where I was, if I didn't have a good idea of which way was out, then I might be a bit stuck without my phone and sat-nav. So anyway, long story short, today I've come out with a compass and an OS map. Go me. And what I've actually done is plotted my own route instead of following a suggested route off an app and following the phone sat-nav. I've plotted my own route, and that's what I'm going to follow. And I'm going to try and do all the navigation without my phone, which shouldn't be hard. I mean, it's compass and a map. It's all there, right in front of me. I can navigate with a compass and map. But admittedly, pretty much all, in fact, I think all of my experience navigating with compass and map has been on the water. But if anything, that's probably harder, dare I say? I'm sure various people will have varying opinions on difficulty of that, but my view is there are fewer landmarks, points of reference, let's say. Looking for things on shore. And if you're coming into troubled areas, you can't see it because it's all under the water. Rocks, shallows, sandbars, things like that, things that you could ground out on. They're all very much concealed. So anyway, yes, I feel I can navigate by map and compass. I have got myself an OS map and a silver compass, probably the standard navigating hiking compass. I think it's called the Silver Expedition 4. Oh, Steam stuff. Steam. Poop, poop. Okay, so just set off on my walk. Just left the car park and turned into this field. There's a public footpath up here, and straight away goes up a steep hill. It's very well worn in. Yeah, I reckon this is well used. So yeah, I shall head up to the top of the hill. I didn't check the elevation or anything, but it's steep. And it's about a 400-metre climb, I did see that. And then I should turn left at the top and it should run along the top of the hill. So we shall see that when we get there. Tell you what, this is slippery, slippery chalk. Wouldn't fancy doing this in the wet. It's rained recently and it's very slippery. Not good to be going up a steep hill when it's this slippery. Hey! I've decided to walk on the rocky bit so my boots can get a bit more grip, because on there it was like ice. I'm knackered already. Still most of the way up. This is the steepest bit though. God, I just startled some pheasants out the bush. I missed recording, but they were right here. Yeah, I think we both gave each other a fright there. Anyway, nearly at the top. Doesn't look so steep on here. It is. I might bring up the contour lines for the map. In fact, I've got them in my hand. So I've got my map case, my OS map of the area. So I'm climbing. If I can get some focus. That hill there, right next to the D of Hillfort. That's where I am. And it's pretty steep. Still, almost at the top. Still almost at the top. Just got a glimpse, I think that's an airfield. Those buildings over there, there's a windsock. Yeah, lovely views up here. This is what makes climbing hills worth it, I think. Look at that, that's an old Hillfort. That's Hod Hill. That's one I've walked over before. A few walks ago I did that one. Got various photos from there and a couple of panoramic videos. That was a nice walk. Yeah, quite steep up there, but same car park, which is down in that valley between these two hills. Climb up on there, walk right around it, and this time I'm going the other way. There should be another Hillfort that I'm heading to up this way, so we'll go check out that one. Right, just getting to the top of the hill. As expected, there's a fence running along there, hedgerows, and I don't think it was marked on the map. I shall check in a second. There's a hay barn. Probably not, because it's not very prominent structure, although it's very visible. Yeah, over there is Hod Hill. That's an old Iron Age Hillfort. Nice and defensive. The Romans took it as well. They used a corner of it. I believe that corner there. So it was Iron Age and then Roman. Quite a significant position, I guess. Spanning the gaps between all these hills. Yeah, nice woodland over there. All very nice. Gotta love Ordnance Survey. Right in the centre above the D of Hillfort CP there. It's a little tiny square in the crossing of the path and the T-junction. That's the hay barn. Brilliant, love it. So accurate, so up to date. So there's a path up there, path down there, and I'm going this way. So let's continue on. don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a big, yeah, just above the horizon there. Oh, it's two big birds of prey. They're huge, lovely birds. Out hunting. Yeah, very nice to see. Well, this one's a lot closer. Beautiful. That is a Spitfire. I tell you, this is where I need to come out with a camera with a decent lens, or at least a pair of binoculars, because there's a bird of prey sat on that fence post. I bet it looks amazing zoomed in. I'm not going to be able to get close enough with just my phone camera though to get a decent shot. It looks nice though. Obviously looks better under the old Mark 1 eyeball. Yeah, very nice. The other one's still buzzing about overhead somewhere. Oh, and I can hear calls from one, I don't know if you can see it even, it's just up there somewhere. Yeah, that's a lovely bird. As I say, shame I don't have the old binoculars or telephoto camera. There's probably some nice snacks there. There's a plane coming in overhead. Just a light aircraft from the nearby airfield. And beyond this gate, it looks muddy. Yay. Let's give that a go. Oh, there's nothing to hold this one shut. Oh, just a bit of string. That's what's, yeah, nice. This looks good. Yeah, easy. There's more though. Yay, more mud. I might just check that I'm on the right route. I'm pretty sure I am. This should be the edge of the Hillfort, I believe, so that looks like earthworks and the like. It said there was earthworks there on the map, so I will double check. I'll check against compass bearing and all that, and then continue on. Well, it does seem to be the right route, unfortunately. It's rather muddy. We had some heavy rain recently, hence the mud. Oh, that is slush. Looks like a plank of, looks like some wood there, like an old fence post or something. Yeah, that's sturdy. So good, I can step over the mud. Nice. Heading off up a narrow path. Go on. And just coming up the path here, as predicted by the OS map and my route, there's a trig point. Nice. And just on from the trig point is the expected Hillfort. That's the Hillfort over there, with some cows. So I'm going to go and walk over it. Let's continue on. Oh, cows. That one's alright. He's breathing. Don't usually see cows lying right down though. Usually they do that. Oh. Well, this isn't at all ominous. This is super hilly in here. We're into the Hillfort now. There's some of the earthworks to create defensive walls. And I should be going up to the top and then turning right somewhat. Oh, there's a guide. Another earthworks, the defensive little trench there. You are here? Yep, I've just come in. So I'm going to walk up and then see how I get on. Oh, there's parking there. I did not know. And there. Interesting. Gold Hill. That, if you don't know, is of Hovis advert fame from long ago. Child cycling up the hill, set up north, although Gold Hill is down south. Interesting, so I've walked past a long barrow and a Neolithic camp. I didn't see either. That Neolithic camp was where the mud was just beyond the gate, so didn't see anything there. Maybe I'll keep an eye out on the way back. Yeah, well, I'm going to head up over there. I don't know how well it will show up on the camera, but that is very steep. Those are trees down there. Not bushes, trees. They're bushes. They're trees. It's very steep. And got another bird of prey up here, swooping around just above me. But look at the views. This Hillfort would have commanded stunning views of the area. I'll probably come back along the top up there, so we'll see just what the views are like from the very top. But for now, I'm going up there and then turning right. This is pretty impressive up here. Have to say, I like this. Some pretty spectacular views. Well, up to the end of the Hillfort now, so that's the bulk of it there. Not actually a big fort on top, I wouldn't say. Solar farm down there. Not that big. It's a solar farm. It's a field. Lovely views though. Well, I've just stopped off for a bit of lunch at the top of the hill there. Lovely views, watching a few planes fly around, and a couple walked past. Haven't seen many people out today though, it's been nice and peaceful. Lovely, the trees are just turning there, just starting to take on a golden hue. Even the forest in the background is starting to take on a bit of a golden colour at the tops. I'm not sure if it's really showing through on the camera, but it's very nice up here. So yeah, I'm going to walk on back around. Might see if there's a bit of a different route over the back of the fort there. We shall see. I mean, the defences here look formidable. I would not fancy climbing up that. Not being pelted with arrows and rocks and whatever. No way would I want to be climbing that. It's super steep and a long way up. Nice views. I'll tell you what though, it is quite chilly. The sun's been trying to break through, but it really hasn't. It's just that fuzzy blob in the clouds. Just a little light spot. Oh dear, someone trod in that. And yeah, it's a bit of a wind chill up here. It's not windy per se, but there's a breeze. And it is chilly. You can probably see if I stop, you can probably see the grass blowing around. Yeah, there's a bit of a breeze blowing up now. And it is a cold one, it's quite bitter. We are into mid-October, so it is definitely autumnal. Autumnal chill in the air. To be honest, I like that. I like the changing seasons, the transition seasons. Spring and autumn. Everything feels like it's always different every day. Trees are changing, the wildlife is changing, the temperatures, the weather, it's all changing rapidly, and I love that. Down a bit, up a bit. It's been a nice walk though. Nice to explore the next Hillfort over. See if I can get a view of Hod Hill from here, the other one that I climbed. Should be over beyond there somewhere. I'll check it on the map in a bit though and get an actual bearing for it. I can do it properly. Use the compass and see where it is. I haven't relied on my sat-nav or walking app or GPS or anything while I've been up here. It's been nice. Just using the map, I've taken a couple of bearings to things, like to a couple of churches that I've seen, just to double check where I am on the map. And I've been following paths that are marked out on the map. So yeah, it's been nice. I've enjoyed it. I have liked doing that. This is steep, I don't remember coming down here. Guess I must have though. Yeah. God, that is a steep hill. Look at that. Wouldn't fancy coming up and down the hill here. I suppose there is a decent amount of hill up here. Yeah, there is a decent amount. I'm going to have a bit of a mooch around over that side. That way. See what's what. And bring you back if I see anything. Okay, so I'm in the main body of where the fort will be. It's not a bad size. Probably couldn't fit hundreds of people living up here or anything. Well, I say that, I mean, in the past hundreds of people have lived in smaller spaces, but we do have a Spitfire there. He's been doing barrel rolls and loop-de-loops. Doing a bit of aeronautics. So where I entered and walked from was through there, up that path there, and along there. That's the steep drop-off trees. And then I went up through there and into the Hillfort proper. across, basically up to the top of the hill up there. So this is the topmost rampart. I don't know. It's the topmost defensive earthwork, and it carries on up onto there. So I'm going to head up there and see if I can see the other Hillfort from here, from up the top of there, because it should be off in that direction somewhere. Maybe over there. So we shall see. I've got a bearing on my compass, so I know roughly I know exactly which way it is. I don't have to be rough, be precise. But I would not want to be coming up there. That's so steep. That'll be scrabbling hands and knees, sort of. Yeah, very steep climb there. To be honest, yeah, you'd be in there. I'm going to climb up to the walls here, to the top. Defensive work here. But I would assume this is where you'd have some sort of fortification, maybe a wall with some sort of defensive structures, perhaps like here, there, from which you can potentially fire arrows out, shoot arrows out. You don't fire arrows unless they're on fire. Yeah, that's really steep. So that's the body of the fort, the middle of it. And I'm not going to carry on down here because I need to head out over that way, but this is the edgemost fortification, the topmost fortification. You can tell I'm no expert. Tractor! We see tractor! Yeah. Where's the Hillfort? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I've got it plumbed in onto my my nice compass. So if I find a line up my north like that, that's about right. So it should be off up there. Can I see it? I don't think I can. I think it's behind trees. It's over there somewhere though, according to the map. Well, I'm going to carry on back then, because it's getting chilly, and I'm going to head back and get some dinner. Back on this path. Just passed a couple walking their dog, and there was a family up in the fort. Just as I was leaving the fort, they were coming across. A couple of dogs, maybe a couple of families. But otherwise, it's been very quiet. I like it. Nice and peaceful. It's been quite a hilly walk. Been up and down a few hills, so I can feel it. It's been good though, I like it. So I'm going to head back now. Continue back home. Back to the car park. And then back on the bike. So here's me back at the trig point. Hello cow, you're the one who was laid down I reckon, because you've got crap all over your ass. How you feeling? You okay? Hello? Moo! Yeah! You alright? Zoom. Is that my cow? Hey cow. Yeah, alright. Anyway, yeah, that's the trig point. Seen people coming across this field as I've been walking, because we've had good views. There's the family who are walking, or the families, and there's the couple who are past. The families are up there, kids, dogs, adults, and the couple are just down there. But everyone's friendly out on walks, seems to be the way. We're all out to enjoy ourselves. Hello cow, how you doing? You right? Yeah, so I'm going to carry on down this path, avoid all the mud, head back to the car park. So yeah, onward. Well, I'm at the top of the valley now. That's a valley running up there. This path runs around the top of it. There's pheasants in the field, and I can see the hay barn. Oh, there's a pheasant. Startled that one. Sorry. And it looks like it might have been emptied. I don't know, hard to say for sure from here. But it looks like it's been emptied out. We'll find out in a bit. Oh dear. Yeah, a bit broken. Yeah, oh dear. So I imagine Odd Hill, that Hillfort over there, zoom in, that one there, was blocked by this hill here, so I guess that's why I couldn't see it, because I've come from over there. So I guess they couldn't see each other, but they could probably both see the hill between them. And it looks like the hay barn thing still has the hay in it, so I don't think that's gone. And there's been loads of pheasants about, so I've seen far fewer birds of prey on the way back, and lots of pheasants, so it's obviously pheasant hour. Time for the pheasants to have their turn. They've been out in this field here. There's half a dozen of them running off down the hill there. I don't think they'll want anything to do with me. Unlike the birds of prey who just weren't bothered. They were quite happy to fly around overhead and just weren't even interested. Yeah. So down to the barn there, take a right, and then down the steep hill. Steep, chalky hill. So I have to be careful going down there. Make sure I don't slip, hopefully. And then just down the road to the car park. And then a nice motorbike ride back home. That should be fun. Yeah, onwards. As a reflection on today's walk, I've had a lot more stuff with me today than previous walks. Previous walks I've gone out with next to nothing. A bottle of water and that's about it. But today I came out with sandwiches. That was nice to have. That was nice to have a spot of lunch. Bottle of water, which I'd always have out walking. I've had my map and compass, which has been a lot more satisfying, I found, than using just the constant GPS. Seeing my position and heading straight for where I want to be. It's been more satisfying actually seeing where I am, or finding where I am on a map, and then working out where I need to go. So I enjoyed that. I've also had my waterproofs with me just in case. Glad I did. It got chilly up on the hill. I was borderline wanting my coat. If I was going to be up there much longer, I think I'd have put my jacket on just to keep the wind chill down. I've also had a first aid pack with me just because I happened to have it with me when I came out. Still got the hay in there. So I figured why not bring it. It doesn't weigh much. It's a little one that I've got just some basics in. Hopefully I'll never need it, but if I do, it's better to have it than not have it, for sure. So I felt more prepared today. I felt like I've got more stuff. It's been less comfortable carrying the rucksack around, but it's not a big burden. It's only a lightweight pack. I haven't got a huge amount of stuff. It's given me somewhere convenient to put my map. I've got my map folded up in a map holder. And that's been tucked in the back of my rucksack, between my back and my rucksack. It's kept it out of the way, stopped it banging about. If I can get it back in there. It's just hanging down by my side now. but it's clipped onto my rucksack clip. I don't know how well you can see that. I should probably turn the camera around, but anyhow. There we go, so that slides in between my backpack and my back, my rucksack and my back, whichever you want to call it. That's been quite comfortable there. It's very much out of the way. It's secure. It's held against my back by the weight of what's in my bag. And then my compass has been toggled onto my rucksack tightening strap, just so I don't drop it, because I don't want to. I don't want it scratched or anything, but it means it'll reach down to my pocket and I can reach up to my face to look at it closely, to get bearings and the like. So that's good. That's worked quite well. Anyway, down this steep hill now. This does get really steep there. It doesn't really show up on the camera too much, but that is steep. I don't know if looking at it side on will give it some indication, but yeah, that's pretty steep there. And it's all chalky. Oh, I should probably walk on the grass. That's probably a lot less slippery. Oh, there we go. That's much easier walking, to be fair. Yeah, that's all really slippery, and where it's rained a lot recently, I guess water's just run down here. Oh, I'm still zoomed in. So, yeah, water's run down there, and it's just turned the surface slick. Cable there. That's to grab onto when you slide down. But this is a much nicer way to walk, and it looks like a few people have walked down here already. Oh, and some pats. God, killer on the legs walking down these steep hills. Good workout though, eh? Guess part of the point of this. Get some exercise, get out into nature, see some fantastic views. I love all the views. It's one of my favourite bits about it for sure. And enjoy the peace and quiet for the most part, apart from me yabbering on talking over videos. I'm doing all this on my phone. I must get, if I'm going to continue doing this, a GoPro style camera that I can strap onto my rucksack shoulder strap, and then the idea being I could take you with me wherever I go. Whenever I go hiking, I should be able to film for longer and have good quality and image stabilization, which I've got on my phone. Hopefully it's okay. I can get a microphone for it to have better me talking quality, if that's desirable or not. That's down to the viewer. Pardon me. God, feeling it in my shins. All this downhill. Downhill walking. Anyway, I'm going to get to the bottom. Follow the road down a bit, down to the car park, and then get togged up in all of my bike gear. Right, just coming back out to the road now. There's a car coming down here, so I'll stay over on the edge. Grateful for them for moving over a bit. I'm kind of on a bend, so they can't really see what's coming the other way, so I guess they didn't want to move out too far too soon. But yeah, this is a bit of a road section. Surprisingly active road. I wouldn't say busy for sure, but there's always traffic coming up and down, you know, occasional cars and the like. And just see the car park there. A few cars there. There was only one when I turned up. Looks like there's a few now. can see my bike. Yeah, it looks like 2, maybe 3 cars, possibly a 4th one hiding back there. I don't know. We'll find out shortly, not that it matters. Yeah, that's been a nice walk. I can feel it in my arches of my feet and my shins from coming down the steep hill. Oh, it's been a good walk. I've enjoyed that. Right, back to the bike, get prepped and start heading home. Hey, back on the bike for the way home. I think it's actually a nice ride down here, so I'm going to try this one. Come this way. But I think coming this way, I think I'll go past the Compton Abbas airfield, which is the one I saw when I was out walking. Compton Abbas airfield, yes, this is the road I want. Yes, this is it. I know where I am. Not sure which is the giveaway there, I think that one is, yeah. The one I was on is the giveaway. Oh, the Spitfire! Saw that flying. Brilliant. Love the look of the road down to the left. Beautiful. The road down to the left? The valley down to the left. That's a valley, not a road. Oh, it looks really nice with the colours as well. Yeah, very nice. Upside down car! Can't park there! Upside down car!